Welcome back. So in this video we will talk about the Django models. Okay, so let's first see what is Django models. Basically a Django model is a tables, their field and the various condition in our databases. Okay, so to define Django models we simply create such a Python class and inherit from the model class. Okay, when we create our Django project we got an empty SQLite database. Okay, it was created in the root folder of our projects and its default name is db.sqlite3. Here you can check our SQLite DB here. Okay, so we will talk about later migration and migrate. First let's create a one Django model. Okay, in so we are using the recent project that we have created in our previous videos. So in our core model, in the models.py file, here we will create our model. Okay, to create a model just use Python class and the model name, so I'm just naming it address. Okay, and it should be a child of models class, so models dot a model class. Okay, and here you can write your fields, the table field basically. So I'm like state, and this would be a text field. So in the text field we have a char field here. Okay, and there is one required argument called max length, so we have to define a max length and write another field called a country and models dot char field as well, and the max length would be 20, and the last field I'm mentioning here is called pin code or a zip code. uh, it should be a integer field. Okay, so here is our first model. Okay, and this is the address model that we have just created right now. Okay, so to create a actual table in our database we have to run some commands like migrations and migrate. Okay, uh, migration, what does means migration, just it's a responsible for packaging our model changes to an individual migration file. Okay, we can say we are just committing our models changes into a migration file. Okay, and uh, when we use the migrate command it will apply all those changes to our database. Okay, like we push all the changes to the database table. Okay, okay, so let's run the migration command. Python make migrations. Okay, when we are using the make migration, so it will search all the app models and create a migration file for them. Okay, for these app. Okay, so let's create. Here you can check in the core app we have a migration folder and the first migration we have created, so we can also check here. Here you can check, so here the name of the model and the fields. The Django by default add the primary key as a ID field. Okay, you can see it's a big auto field and the primary key is equal to true. In our custom fields here, state, country and pin code. Okay, so in this using the migration we have just created our um, migration file. Actually the actual database table currently not created, right? After applying a migrate command then we can create. If check is there any table created or not in database, we can check as well. Okay, so in the terminal just go to in db cell. Django provide a command called db cell python manage.py db cell. Okay, it will prompt a SQLite terminal. Okay, you can here check dot and tables, all the tables that are actually present in our database. So you can check here, there is no database table currently. So let's quit terminal and apply the migrate command. Python manage.py migrate. Yeah, here you can check it get migrate all the migrations file. By default there are multiple migrations already present in the Django for the admin. Now when we go the db cell, we can check these tables already present there. Db cell and dot tables. Now you can check here all the tables and our custom tables are present here. So this is the default naming convention for the Django models: app name underscore and the model name. If we want to rename the table, we can do the same, just override, use the class meta and the table db underscore table. Okay, and you can name the address. Okay, now we have to make migration first, then we do the migrate command. So let's do that. Make migration. So in this case it will search for all the app, but if we need to specify one app or two app, then we can also pass the app name as a argument, so that it will run migration for this app only. Okay, so we are running migration for only core app, so just press enter. Okay, so there is a typo, make migrations. Now the another migrations file has been created and rename table from address to address. Okay, so here you can check. Okay, now if we run the migrate in the same core, so it will do the changes in the our database table. Now you can go to db cell and check the database. db cell and the dot tables. Now you can check our database table has renamed to a only address, there is no prefix for the app. Okay, now just quit. Okay, so these are the two commands that we use to apply the changes and to push the changes to our actual database.